Jess's birth was something that Tony and I were looking forward to as a young married couple. We certainly knew that it was going to change our life, but we didn't expect it to be as traumatic as it was. And it certainly changed our life forever, as children do, but in a way that we could never imagine. Jess was delivered by emergency section, and they actually resuscitated her, and it took her nearly 10 minutes to breathe by herself, which was nearly the cut-off point where they would have stopped trying. So 10 days later, we came home with a baby girl, not knowing really what to expect as new parents, but I suppose not anyone really telling us anything about her. We ended up about 8 months of age, and we went to see a physio, and she said, "Has anyone told you what's wrong with this baby?" So she actually rang the paediatrician, and we demanded that he tell us what was wrong. So his words were that she had cerebral palsy and she was moderate to severe. I didn't believe him at first, because I probably was like everybody else in the community, thinking cerebral palsy was someone that had an intellectual disability, probably because a lot of them are non-verbal, and that still happens today. And we had this 8-month-old baby that was so alert, that was so switched on and everything. It was just physically she wasn't reaching milestones. We ended up with Australian Centre for Brain Injured Children, which was based in Melbourne. It was a home therapy program based over 6-7 hours a day, over 6 days a week, and you didn't stop. We did that for 3 years. Sundays was her day off, so we would take her out and do all the things kids normally did.
My brother was doing a European holiday with his partner, and they'd seen a documentary on the BBC about the Peto Institute in Hungary. He contacted us and said that he'd secured an appointment with them. We met up with some very nice people from the Masonic Lodge of Gorican, and they raised money for us and secured us airline tickets, and we eventually stayed there for 6 months. Jess was able to sit on a chair at the dining room table with us. She was able to eat more solid foods, and she was able to take the stepping pattern. She could walk if we supported her on both sides or one side, which was a big step for her and for us. We decided that we would bring the conductors out to Australia and the conductive education. They would stay at our house for 2 months at a time. They went to school with Jess and showed our physiotherapists what conductive education was.
Hi, my name is Jessica, but I prefer to be called Jess. An occupational therapist gave my mother the most valuable advice she could have come across, and I still thank my mother today for taking that piece of advice on board. The advice was, your daughter has a physical disability, don't give her a social one too. So my mother and father took me home and treated me like any other child. I am proud of the way my parents raised my 2 younger brothers and I.
Messy work, isn't it?
In 2003, I completed my Year 10 work experience at the children's book publisher, Scholastics. that is where I picked up my very first camera. I took the first tentative step into photography and design that opened an electrifying world of discovery. One of my strong beliefs is the ability to learn from everyone you meet. Everyone has a unique skill set. Sit down, watch, and listen to them, and take away something that you might not have gained if you never met.
Hi, Jess.
My name is Julia Saul. I've known Jess for just over 2 years. I met Jess at a Cerebral Palsy Alliance event. Jess was there taking photos and Blair had been invited. And Jess was snapping photos away at Blair and was quite enamoured by my little boy. And she got in contact with me that night and we've been friends ever since. When I think of Jess and what she has given our family, it can be summed pretty much in one word, and that word is hope. She has given us hope. Having a little boy who is diagnosed with spastic quadriplegic cerebral palsy is devastating. You never know if there is going to be a future for your child, if they will have a job or a career. And then I met Jess and I realised that anything is possible. She is an amazing young lady who has inspired so many people. She has encouraged me to look towards the future with hope for my son. She guides me when it comes to Blair. She tells me about things she's been through, things that I can expect with Blair, how to deal with those things. She lets me know things that I never imagined could happen or would happen. So in some respects, it's really good to know someone like Jess.
Jess is independent, as in running her own life, making her decisions. There's no saying no to that girl, you've just got to find a way around it. She has her own network of friends. Whatever she does and has done has been her decision. She has a diploma in web design. She currently is employed 2 days a week as a graphic artist, and she runs her own photography business. I suppose technology has allowed her to actually achieve a career and have her own business in something that she likes to do and she's very good at. This was one of your first photographs, so you took while we were away in Fiji on a family holiday. So this is my favourite. Yes, this is my favourite photograph because she spent ages there trying to get the sunset where the sun is actually. We always set goals. We're always 2 or 3 years ahead of where we had to be, like especially with schooling and what she was going to do after school. And I mean, I have goals set for her now. They're my goals that I hope she achieves. She has her own goals, but I hope one day that she's in a relationship where she's happy and someone cares for her like we all do, we all wish for, and that, you know, she could possibly have a good business where she can employ people to meet the needs that she requires to get on with her life. She has a disability through her birth, But she would have had the same personality regardless if that had happened anyway. We've just nurtured that and allowed it to grow. She wouldn't have been one to sit on the lounge and put her hand out to get the pension. We encourage her not to do that, to get on with life and keep going.
Sunday was my day off. Mum and Dad always took me out for the day to play and to be a kid. I think Dad even let me crush a snail once and attempt to eat it. Hey, at least I was trying to feed myself. My mum was my rock. She somehow knew how to push me to improve as much as I could. Like I said, Sunday was my day off, but I'm not sure what day my parents had off.